First off, just your opening thoughts just on the battle you guys just had, man, that back and forth.
Yeah, it was a battle out there. I think we played hard. We didn't do enough to win, but I think we went out there and played hard every snap.
How much do you feel like, at least like in that first quarter alone, I mean, you guys were really kind of playing your game and following your script?
When we go out there and play fast, that's a great thing. That's what we need to do. That's what we wanted to do, but we need to, sustain that for the rest of the game.
That series of 90 seconds in the second quarter there with the Rams touchdown, the fumble, and then the Rams touchdown. How much of a kind of a tide turn was that?
I think they got some momentum from that, but I feel like we were still in control of the game, honestly, coming in at halftime and things like that. So it's just stringing them along and, being consistent for 4 quarters.
The fact that you guys were down 2 touchdowns and battled back to make that, down to the last possession. I mean, what did that say about you guys?
Relentless, I would say. We're not going to stop. We're going to go out there and play ball every day. So,
does having Drake under center help you guys with that?
What do you mean?
Just with the confidence, being able to battle back.
He's a competitor just like all of us and wants to win. So yeah.
What did he show you today? Just the way he was operating.
Competitor. So like I say, he's competing out there.
You feel like he's getting better every week?
Yeah.
What's the mindset moving forward for the final stretch here?
Same thing. I feel like we come in here every week, work hard, so nothing's going to change. We just need to string some wins together.
First off, how much do you feel like you guys were able to kind of open up the offense today against them?
I think we did pretty good. But we just got to execute in the red zone.
How would you kind of sum up this one?
We let that slip away. Feel like we hurt ourselves. Yeah, we definitely hurt ourselves.
What are the ones that you kind of wish you had back?
All the plays that we did wrong.
You take us to the last play there, and we can look back. Was it? What were you thinking at that point?
Nah, I was running my route. It just probably
Did you not throw where we were supposed to go?
Nah, just miscommunication. Both of us. We'll take it.
Pop settling for the field goals would seem to tighten up there inside the 30.
Mm-hmm. Wait, say that again?
Settling for the field goals today would seem to tighten up inside the 30.
Yeah, that's under my. I don't know what to say about that one. Yeah, you talk about the field goals.
Whenever you guys settle for field goals today, leaving points on the board.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, like the red zone. We gotta execute, so we don't settle for those field goals, and it'll be a different game.
That kind of happened last week in the game as well. Where do you feel like some of the things that are holding you back in those areas are?
I don't know. You probably got to go to film and see what what's going on and correct those things.
Pop, how much do you feel like this passing game is growing? Under Drake, and it feels like you guys are trending in the right direction.
Yeah, it's getting there. I love what the room's doing. Receivers, tight ends, all the running backs. Whoever catching the ball. I feel like everybody doing their job and doing pretty good. We just got to string everything together.
You guys go down 2 touchdowns in the second half. And what was the mindset in the huddle on the sideline there to start that comeback?
Yeah, we were still in our head like we got this. The league, minimum errors, and feel like we still had that mindset that we can still win this game.
I apologize if you were asked. I just popped in, but what did you see on the final interception there from your view?
Well, I didn't really get to see it because I was still running. But I just heard, heard the crowd, and I turned around, and it was an interception. So.
And I think Gerard, Coach Mayo mentioned maybe a miscommunication. Was it something where you and Drake were maybe seeing something differently, or it's hard to know?
Right. I'll say miscommunication. Yeah. Just leave it at that. I don't want nobody to turn anything. Yep.
Pop, you guys may not be getting the result you want, but do you feel it building, growing? It seems like you're getting closer and closer.
Nah, I do. I honestly do. I feel like we're working. It's just not, going our way, but it's gonna come soon. God got a plan.
I'm curious because with last season it was almost like a similar boat with the wins and the losses. But does this just feel a little different in terms of just what you guys are able to produce a little bit more on offense each game to keep you in these?
Oh yeah, it's different by that standpoint. We putting up points, but we gotta put up more. And compared to last year, I feel like we're doing better.
After KB obviously wasn't playing last week, comes out and has a big game today, including his first touchdown of the year. What was it like to see him?
Nah, that was tough, man. Just to see him, come out here and then after what he went through, come back and then ball, after adversity. And then, the week he sat out and then he came back, he balled, and shout out to him.
Pop, the last month, maybe even more, what do you feel Drake has brought to the passing offense to kind of unlock some things?
Oh yeah, I feel like, when Drake's back there, they gotta fear a lot of things. His arm, his legs, and his vision. And he's a rookie, and I feel like he's just developing.
How tough was it to just have to come back out for after those quick strikes from Stafford? I mean, how quick he was able to just come up with a big play and get him on the board?
Oh, my bad.
Just the dynamic of how it was playing out with Stafford with the big plays, come out and start the second half. How much does that kind of change the game in your mindset?
I mean, we knew how that offense is, and then the receivers. I watched Puka. I mean, them guys are nice, and it just, when that happened, we just got to come out and do our thing.
What sort of first two drives you guys stopped them, and then they got going? Basically, I think 5 drives with 4 touchdowns and then the missed field goal. What sort of happened in between the start and then the way you finished as well?
Yeah, Coach always talks to us about the importance of finishing. You know what I mean? We played good, at the beginning and everything, but had some stuff that we definitely got to work back on. But we just got to finish.
How disappointing is it when Cup and Nakua, their 2 big guys, end up getting touchdown passes in the course of the game?
Yeah, we always talk about no big plays and everything, so we're going to go back to the film room and make sure we do what we need to do next week.
What makes them so tough? Kind of some of those late third downs, just being veterans, and guys like Cup and Stafford doing that so many times.
Yeah, you could definitely tell Stafford and those guys, have great chemistry. You could tell that they design it to where, those guys succeed, and that's great for them and stuff. So you got to always make sure you know where those guys are on the field at all times.
Were you surprised that Christian wasn't tasked with shadowing one of those guys, or that they didn't adjust quicker to that?
It's one of those situations to where every week is different. We just play ball, we feel like we're one of the best DB rooms, in the league. So it's one of those situations to where we always like challenges. So.
Were you surprised? It didn't seem like there were many, if any, doubles today. Were you surprised about that, considering again how the offense tends to revolve around those 2 guys?
Yeah, like I said, we wanted to make sure we step up to the task and accept the challenge. So.
Sorry to come in late, but just what was it like having the impact in all 3 phases?
It was great, but at the end of the day, I always care about the W. So we didn't get that, so we want to go ahead and make sure we can get a W next week.
How were you holding up after you went down?
Oh, I'm good. Yeah. So.
Bounce right back, man. Well done.
Yeah.
Marcus, if you were asked to kind of expand your role even more on offense, obviously I know you always say that you're cornerback first and want to play defense,
yeah.
But if you were asked to expand even more, are you open to that? Is every time you get on the field offensively, it seems like good things happen?
Yeah, I'm definitely open to it. But I mean, you said the line, mainly defense. But yeah, I'm definitely open to it.
How much fun was it just being able to take that snap?
Oh, it was great. The last time I took offensive snap was 2022, so it was good to be back out there.
I think just our check marks that we wanted to hit, we didn't do it. And kind of like I told the team at the end, I always start with myself. We had a goal of no big plays. Coming out of the half, I give up, the big plays. The one-on-ones, I was 1 for 3 in one-on-one, action as a cornerback, and that's what it comes down to. We just didn't do a good job of the check marks of getting them off on first down, like I said at the beginning of the week, and forcing them to third down, where they're not a good team, and just didn't hit our boxes.
Other than the obvious physical skills that they have, what makes those 2 guys, Nakua and Cup specifically, so good?
I just think the timing that they have with the quarterback and the trust. I think he puts the ball where only they can go get it, and they know where it's going to be. So they have a good chemistry and good timing. Just a good setup of how they run their plays off of the play action. Try to get you. They do a good job of whether we're matching it with big personnel, trying to take their shots in that. Just a good scheme to have.
You guys have struggled the last couple weeks with takeaways. You guys have faced some good receivers, some good quarterbacks. Is there a way to solve that problem, or is it just the situation is what it is?
No, I think like with today with a team like that, we just have to force them in obvious passing situations. And like I said, they didn't have enough third downs to where they had a drop back pass. We could get some pass rush. From that aspect, they were just in control of the game. And so we just have to force teams to get in more passing situations. Whether it was last week when they were in passing situations, we got a lot of sacks. And so we just have to capitalize, put pressure on them, and then on the back end make some plays.
On the long touchdown pass, where he's just trying to go for the ball and missed it, that was...
Yeah. I mean, zero coverage, one-on-one, no man's land, and that's just on me. Got to find a way to make that play.
Some of the talks on the sideline or whatever you're running through mentally, how do you process what's going on there for nearly 3 quarters when it seems like they're having their way?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, I think we were resilient. I think, we gave ourselves a chance. And that's what this league is about. It's about, having an opportunity to win at the end. We have to find a way to capitalize so we're not always in that situation, to put pressure on the offense to where they feel like, they have to win a game in a 2-minute drive. We have various opportunities, as a defense to come out, make stops, put a little pressure on them, and we just didn't.
From Stafford's 4 touchdowns, how much of that was just kind of him being him, just capitalizing on opportunities and seeing the opportunity? Yeah,
like I said, I think we gave up 1 drive. Second one, we were in a bad situation as a defense. It's not any excuses. That's our job. Is when we get turnovers, whatever it is, penalties, wherever we get the ball, is to go out there and make the play. And so we didn't. They did a good job of setting up a play action pass, getting a score on me. And like I said, just driving the ball, just having an opportunity to not get them in a lot of third down situations. Like I said, I said it in the beginning of the week, when they could run the ball early on first down, this offense, that's just what they're predicated off of.
From front to back, is there ever such a thing as maybe being a little too aggressive in an offense like this, sort of attack that?
No, I think, DC did a good game plan. You have to be aggressive, especially with a veteran quarterback. At some point, you got to sit back. It's a boxing match, and I think, we, especially on the play, I'll speak for myself, we called an aggressive play. I played aggressive, and I lost the matchup. And so that's just football.
John, you've been here for a long time, so you've seen, multiple different phases. What are your thoughts on where Drake is in his development and getting better week by week?
He is. I mean, he's getting better. I think, like I said before, just as a defense, it's our job to not always put him in situations like that, where we're expecting him to go down the field, 2-minute drive, with a timeout left, and just that's our job as a defense to not make that happen. And we had plenty of opportunities to not do it. As he grows, those would be staples, of his play, is that when he gets the ball, teams will fear it on, defense that he'll end the game, and that'll just come with development.
What was that like being on the sideline, seeing Lowe getting that touchdown?
Yeah, we just got to keep fighting. We just got to keep fighting. I mean, we're right there, and I hate to say it, there's no moral victories in this game. But I know when we watch it, we're going to be upset that we had every opportunity to win this game, and we just didn't do the little things right.
Whenever you throw out no moral victories, is it fair to say that the confidence is growing? You feel things are moving the right way?
Yeah, I told the guys at the end, I'm proud of the way we kept fighting, as a team, as a unit. There wasn't an individual that I felt didn't continue to fight with us, and through all the adversity we had in the game, every unit came back resilient. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
Speaking for myself, just a lack of execution as far as fundamentals, lack of consistency, and just executing the game plan. I don't think we did it well consistently enough. I think we had bright spots though.
So there's improvement in the second half. What adjustments were made, and how did you guys obviously put a little better effort in the second half?
I think as far as adjustments, we knew what they were going to come out with and attack us with. And I think guys we played our one-on-ones better each play. So each individual, I think, just did a better job of executing their one-on-one.
Kyle, did you have any discussion on the sideline about any double teams for Nakua or Cup as the game went on?
No, we didn't.
Any regrets about that?
No. Yeah.
Was it frustrating at all to see those guys go off and to have Christian with the plan having him be playing on the boundary?
I'm not understanding what you're saying. What
Christian Gonzalez was playing on the boundary for at least the first half of the game, into the second half. So was it frustrating at all to see those guys go off when he wasn't able to cover them?
Are you talking about Cup and?
Yeah, Cup and Nakua. Yeah.
No, I mean, we trust in all our corners to do, do their job and lock up. So they had a good game. They played well. So, yeah.
Was it more frustrating what they did in the passing game, or the inability to stop the run in the first half?
I think more so the run, just because we know how difficult that can make us if we don't do that. So I think that was kind of the more frustrating part, because it doesn't allow us to really get a gauge on how they're going to attack us, and it gives them kind of a two-way go. Yeah.
Kyle, what's your reaction? You see, the third down percentage was pretty good for you guys. Time of possession is pretty good, but the score is what it is. What's your reaction when you just sort of break down the game in that sense?
Yeah, it's just frustrating. Third down was something we knew we got them there. We have a good chance at get them off the field. So it's just frustrating, feeling like you have controlling a lot of the game in a lot of aspects and just not doing enough, enough of the little things to get a win and just knowing how to win. So yeah, it's pretty frustrating.
Did anything happen in the middle of the game there that, basically from their first touchdown drive through their last, it was like 4 or 5 drives or something, they scored touchdowns. Did they make some adjustment that gave you guys a hard time in that part of the game?
No, I think they kept doing what they did what they do. Their game plan was the same. They came back to the plays that they had success on, and we just weren't stopping it. So it just came down to us, each individual doing their job every play consistently, and we didn't do that.
It seems like early on some of the motions that they were running, led to some open receivers, and then you guys were able to adjust. What was the adjustment or the conversation to kind of handle those a little better?
Just communication versus the bunches and, the levels they were giving us because they knew, we ran a lot of man coverage. So they were switching it up, giving us a lot of ugly bunches and things to kind of make it difficult, and it worked. So the communication was just better.
Seeing Christian Barmore come back, what did that mean to you and mean to the group, given what he's gone through?
It was really good having him on the sideline. Obviously, he's not able to play, super lot right now, but it was good just having him out there, seeing him on the sideline, and good to have him out there in general. It's good.
Kyle, when it comes to generating more takeaways, something I know your guys are after every week, what has to change the result and get more on Sundays?
The little things. Teams are just going to attack us. They're not going to give us many opportunities to take the ball away if we don't do the fundamentals well. It allows them to just kind of get into somewhat of a rhythm of not having to press or, do anything out of the ordinary because we're not doing the little things. We're not making them one-dimensional. So I think we start by doing those consistently, and it allows us to do more with the scheme and things like that to generate turnovers.
What are some of those little things?
Tackling, stopping the run, pressing blocks, things like that. Like myself, I missed 2 tackles today, like fundamentals, can't have it.
Pretty smart by them, we never really had a lead except like the first quarter, but thought it was a great battle. One we slipped through our hands, so we all thought we should have won that game, but didn't happen.
You were saying earlier this week, Stafford is the gamer. Is that kind of what you saw?
He's for sure in my top 5, top 10 in the league right now, but I think he's a Hall of Famer. A lot of respect for him. Doesn't get a lot of credit, but he's a gamer, man. He's a gamer, and yeah. I wish we would have won that game because it was just so close. But we just got to learn how to string wins together as a team. But we'll get there.
Davon, you were talking about Sean McVay. It looked like they were also able to keep Cup and Nakua away from Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Is it frustrating at all for you to see those guys go off and Gonzalez not being on them?
That's more like a DB question. But those guys are pretty good, man. Cup and what's how you pronounce the other guy name?
Nakua.
He's really good too. But we knew that coming in. They just kind of just schemed it up. Gonzo, anybody Gonzo's on, we have confidence that he can lock anybody down. Any one of our cornerbacks. These guys are pretty good. But they ran some good routes. They made some good catches, and we made some plays too. But we just couldn't finish. That's what it comes down to. We just couldn't finish the game, and sitting here 3-8.
Davon, what did you see in the run game? Any adjustments from them in the middle quarters?
Not really. They hit like a couple runs, but I thought for the most part in the run game we had it pretty good. They hit one, I think, in the A gap. I think it was a miscommunication between us, but for the most part, they didn't really hurt us in the run game. They was able to play it honest and still do the play action pass, but they really didn't dominate us in the run game. We just got to get off the field when it's time to get off the field, and I thought we did pretty good on third down. It was a great game. They're gonna hit some blows. We're gonna hit some blows. They get paid. We get paid. So, we thought we should have won the game. I thought we were a better team. But like I said, Sean McVay, outstanding coach. Got a lot of respect for him.
How tough is that just to be so close to winning 2 straight for the first time this season?
It's tough, but I thought, you know, Drake had some good throws. The throw to low in the end zone, that was pretty cool. I know we worked on it in practice, but I didn't know we was going to actually call it. But that was a great time to call it. Yeah, we just got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot and just keep control of the game. I thought we had control of the game to begin the game. I thought we could have, really, stumped the head out, cut the neck off. But, I mean, we didn't. But, we'll get back to it. We have a great football team, but we just got to play like it. You see bits and pieces of it, but we don't play like it for a full 60 minutes. And you see things like this happening with the Rams winning the game. But credit to them, they played a great game and they was able to win the game. So,
what was that like seeing Lowe come down with that touchdown there? He said he wasn't nervous when that ball was in the air.
Who, Lowe?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm like, when you see a big guy, I'm like, yo, man, he gonna drop it. But it was good for him to compose and catch the ball. So, shout out to him. I know we worked it in practice, like I said, and he was able to catch it and score the touchdown. But we just gotta close games. But that's what it boils down to. Everybody could have easily had a different feeling in this locker room, had a great joy feeling. But we sitting there at 3-8, and you got to go on the road and win a tough division game in Miami. Who's I think they won today, right? They playing great football. They stringing wins together, and we have the ability to do the same. But we just got to do it and not don't talk about it. Just go out there and do it.
What did you see from Christian Barmore today?
Just coming back. He had some tackles that he made, but just coming back. I'm sure Christian will speak on it himself, but just coming back. As always, I know for me, coming back is always, got to get in the game shape and got to get, going, when it's pad level stuff like that. But Christian will talk about it. I'm not here to talk about Christian. He'll talk about it. He's one of our best playmakers on defense, so we get him in game shape, we get him rolling. He's going to be a game murderer. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.